Enemy MOAB incoming.
Hey guys and girls, how ya all doing? It's Kirsty, as usual, here with another gameplay commentary, and this is actually episode 2 of my new series, Trying Hard to Lose, although I'm open for other suggestions of names if any of you guys have anything better, because names, they're not really my strong point. I couldn't even think of a clan name when a friend of mine created a clan. And honestly, I think when it comes down to me having babies, even then I'm going to have enough trouble coming up with a name that isn't, like, totally ridiculous. So, yeah, if you guys haven't tuned into the first episode, this is pretty much a series of gameplays that aren't by any means exceptional, but they do show very objective play, mainly they'll be in objective game types, things like domination mostly, where I try and play as hard as I can. I jump on as many flags as I can, and in most of these cases it would have pulled out quite a nice win and gameplay if it wasn't for my completely retarded selfish teammates. We can also title this episode I Hate My Team, because in this case that pretty much covers it. I'm playing with a bunch of randoms in a ground war, which can either go two ways. Either you've got a bunch of objective whores who want to cap constant flags and take down everything and run support, which seem to always be the type of guys I play against. Whereas on my team, I've got guys that could be somewhat useful if we were playing team deathmatch. As you can see, we've got a Reaper up in the air at the moment, and we only have one flag. This is pretty much a constant thing in this game. We've got a couple of guys on my team who are great at camping for air support, although they don't actually do anything when it's up. I jump on quite a few flags in this game, although I probably could have jumped on more, but I don't think it really would have made that much of a difference, seeing as I'm essentially playing 1 versus 9, because there's maybe 1 or 2 people in my team that care, and I think the only time they care is when they're on a 4 kill streak, or a 3 depending if they're using hardline, and they're trying to camp for their fucking predator. They're the sort of guys I'm playing against. And you'll notice the enemies, they're not that good. They've got no gun game whatsoever. as you can see, they're getting mowed down in their spawn quite consistently. But look at all my guys, they're all running away from the B flag. Thank you, little buddy, who did decide to jump on with me. Of course, I had to actually initiate the capture, because I don't know, these guys, they need me to like hold their fucking hand or something. I don't know, it's like some people who play this game, like, why the fuck are you here? You don't want to capture any flags, you don't want to do anything but sit in a fucking corner. Well, fuck, play team deathmatch, where you don't actually need to do anything. Sorry guys, I did just stop the recording just so I could cough my lungs out essentially, as I'm not really feeling the best at the moment. It's school holidays and all that stuff, and both of my boyfriend's kids are actually home, and they've decided to bring some nice little sickness home from their mother's house. And yeah, so it's pretty much affected everyone else, which is a little bit annoying. So my voice is a little bit off, and it might sound a little bit off, so I do apologise for that. But we all do get sick, and because it's been a while since I posted a video, I figured, what the hell, I'm going to do it anyway, because most likely I'm just going to sound worse over the weekend. And that's probably going to be the case it is. So let's back to this gameplay. Look at that. Look at fucking that. M14 in the corner of his spawn. And me being me, I'm going back for revenge. Anytime there's some camper in some dodgy spot, I am going to get him. There is no way that he's going to get a kill streak on me. And if he does, I'm going to take it out before he gets any kills. Just my personal thing. I'm not a big fan of people who camp for assault kill streaks, considering they're so easy to get with the way that they stack. Just run around, have fun, play the game. But though, I probably shouldn't say that, because everyone did pay their certain amount of money for this game, however much that may be. In Australia, it's over $100. I know in America it's a lot cheaper than that, but fuck. If someone wants to pay $100 for a game, then they should really be able to play it however the hell they want. Which does suck for me, because I absolutely hate campers and bitches and pussies and head glitches and, you know, all that cheap ass shit. But They did pay for this game, so unfortunately I have to deal with them. This is why I have such a bad win-to-loss ratio. I do leave a lot of games that I am winning just because people piss me off. And these guys piss me off to a degree, but it wasn't all of them. So, you know, I'll cut their team a bit of slack if it's just one or two people who play like complete bitches. You can't control the other randoms in your team, which is something that I've learned over the years, and I definitely learn in here. And don't ask me how the fuck I die here. Like, watch this kill cam. He's got his stinger in the air, and then, like, magically he kills me. I really wish that, like, I had have actually recorded the end of that. But yeah, I was really pissed off right about then. Here we go, back on the B flag. Watch all the guys run the opposite way, apart from my one little friend again. Oh, look at them. Now they're all going to come and run towards B, when of course it's captured. That's been my pretty typical experience in this game, and I do have that happen quite a bit, and that is one of the painful things about domination. I generally only like to play domination with a party, but at the end of the day, I do find that I can get some pretty decent scores in ground war on my own, when, the 1 in 100 times that I might actually get the useful team that knows what they're doing and can actually keep 2 flags. I don't know, domination's not a hard game to play, don't you know? There's 3 flags, so logically, you know, if you hold 2 you're going to win the game. It's not that difficult. But for some reason, so many of these people that I play with just can't grasp that concept. And it's not a difficult one. So, who knows? And honestly, I look back at this game, and I like to try and figure out what went wrong in a situation where, say for example, I almost lose, or don't perform at what I believe to be a sort of optimum level. You know, just think it over in my head, or occasionally watch the gameplay back, like I've actually done in this situation, when I recorded it. And honestly, I think it's important in life to be always trying to progress and grow as a person, and even as a gamer. You know, I think it's important to try and progress in whatever you really do in life, and to analyse where things went wrong and where things could improve. And in the case of this gameplay, I honestly don't really think there's much more I could have done to actually improve the situation. I'm only one person. As you can see, I'm essentially here just holding these guys in their spawn on my own. Most of the other guys aren't helping with anything really. And it is important to, especially when it's a tight game, is to stop the other team from progressing over to your flag. Sure, it's one thing to defend them, which yeah, these guys were alright at, but that was because they just wanted to camp in corners. But there's nothing to defend if you can't actually have the flag, you know what I mean? So here I am back over here trying to keep them around this area, although they had already gotten on the A flag before I even got here. So I think, hey, I'm going to go jump on C. Once again, alone. Lucky I realised there's guys all around me. And at this point, we're winning, but we need to get another flag, and we need to hold it. Don't ask me where everyone else in my team is, because, look, their whole fucking team is in front of me, their whole ground war team. And for some reason, no one wants to jump on A flag. So I'm sitting here still trying to hold off all these guys, and it just isn't working. And it just ain't gonna work on my own, and then I get shot in the back. So, once again, very sad game. Not that I didn't actually try, though. I hope you're finding this series entertaining, guys, and I'm sure I'll have lots more episodes like this in the future. There are frequent incidences of me hating my team. Anyway, guys, I'll see you all soon.